2,000 civilians have been killed in 48 hours. The plight of Sudan's al-Fasher is breaking through on social media and in Western headlines. But why did it take bloodstains so vast they can be seen from space? 2,000 people killed in just 48 hours. Civilians executed in their homes and shot as they tried to flee.
Is terrifying. The RSF are killing all the black people in North Darfur. It is systematic.
It seems that really only now, after 2,000 civilians have been killed in 48 hours, the plight of Sudan's al-Fasher is breaking through on social media and in Western headlines. But why did it take blood visible from space for the world to start paying attention?
If we don't act now, there will be no one left to save.
In Sudan, in the city of al-Fasher, 250,000 people are trapped. Half of them children. They've been under siege for over 500 days, with no food, no medicine, no way to escape. Starvation and disease are everywhere. And on Sunday, the UAE-backed rapid support forces besieging them, a militia led by General Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, aka Hemeti, launched their deadliest assault on the city yet. They swept into the city, seizing army positions, crushing defences, and carrying out house-to-house massacres. The RSF members also filmed themselves with people they had captured trying to flee. In one clip, scores of men are seen on the ground, surrounded by fighters who repeatedly call them slaves. The RSF fighters then shoot them. In another, fighters tell 6 detained men who are in civilian clothes but identify themselves as soldiers that they can flee. Once the men begin running, the gunmen open fire on them, downing at least 3. The same forces that brutally attacked Darfur's indigenous communities 20 years ago are back, systematically hunting, killing, and terrorizing the same populations. The US accused the RSF of committing genocide when it took another Darfur city, Al Geneina. But ceasefire talks in Washington collapsed just days ago, with the UAE, whose support for the RSF has been well documented, refusing to address the crisis in al-Fasher. But for many, and for so long, Sudan has become a story forgotten and garnering little notice. Why? I spoke to human rights activist Kate Ferguson to understand how this has been allowed to continue, largely unchecked.
There is an unwillingness to take on what it means to protect civilians from the gravest crimes. And that is political, that is structural, and it's an absolute absence of leadership, a very worrying trend to the rest of the world.
Sudan's civil war began in April 2023, after tensions over integrating the rapid support forces into the national army exploded into open conflict. More than 150,000 people have died, 12 to 13 million have been forced from their homes, and some 25 million struggle with hunger and disease. El-Fasher was the last city in Darfur held by the government. Its fall now gives the RSF near total control over the region, and with that control comes the ability to escalate violence with terrifying speed. But in Darfur, that violence takes a distinct, racialized form.
The RSF are killing all the black people in North Darfur. It is systematic.
And the RSF isn't acting alone. They are backed by the United Arab Emirates, which has invested heavily in Sudanese ports, infrastructure, gold, and farmland, with food security being a strong interest for the UAE. Analysts say Abu Dhabi's support is about protecting its economic interests, and in doing so, providing cover for one of the deadliest genocides in decades.
The US should be calling that out. They should be calling the UAE out. They should be doing it publicly, because that would put real pressure on the UAE, which would in turn incline to put more pressure on the RSF. But as long as the UAE is not feeling much heat over what they're doing, they can continue to play this double game.
So in Darfur, indigenous populations are being systematically targeted with impunity, entire neighborhoods emptied, abductions, sexual violence, and torture have been reported. This is genocide in real time, according to recent reports. And it's not just a tragedy, it's a warning. A paramilitary force backed by a powerful state is targeting people because of who they are.
I would say anyone who has the power, call out the UAE.
As horrifying videos continue to emerge, activists are warning that silence from the international community is enabling ongoing atrocities.